If you want to be great, you want to be the baddest motherfucker ever at what you do, you can be misunderstood by everybody. When people don't understand you anymore, you're in that spot of obsession and drive where people are like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I don't want to talk to you, man, because you're not going to get it. Every fucking day I wake up and I don't want to do some fucking shit. I'm like, okay, man, do you want to be a bitch today? Do you want to feel like a little bitch? Do you want to walk around all day knowing that you could, but you didn't? I do not feel sorry for you. I will not sugarcoat what I'm going to say to you, because all of you know what I'm saying is the truth. You're lazy. You know exactly what to do. It just sucks doing it. You have to want it. You have to want to be better. And it starts off with, you have to have pride in yourself. That's why when I speak and you don't understand me, it's probably a good thing. Because that probably means I'm in an area of life that you're not in. I know why I'm misunderstood. I'm misunderstood by people who have plenty of time on their hands to misunderstand me, because they are exactly where I once was the low-life, lazy piece of shit. So I know why you go on Instagram. I know why because you just have the time. You have the time because you don't want to put that time into bettering oneself. You gotta change that shit, man.
Yeah, but you don't understand my life, David.
Yeah, I do. So that's the thing about it. I once had that mentality that no one understands what the fuck I'm going through. And if you keep that mentality, you're gonna stay in the same exact spot that you're in, that no one understands me. So many people would never understand that kind of discipline, or that kind of human being that wants to go to the stratosphere. They'll always be misunderstood, man.
Always.
You can't even, that's why a lot of times when I talk to people, I can't have a conversation with a lot of people, man, because you're gonna walk away like,
why do you do it, David?
Right.
Why don't you just take a break?
Yeah.
You deserve a
That's
break.
it.
David, take a nap.
That's it.
Did you ever have a piece of pie?
Why don't you put your feet up? Why don't you put your feet
rest
up?
a little? Do you think one day you'll get fat?
That's it.
You should let yourself get fat.
Dude, you're being funny as it's the truest of all statements.
Yeah.
You would never understand. That's why we'll never talk. Some of you just don't understand. Some of you been average for so damn long, you don't know what it is to do hard work. You're gonna die never even trying to reach your full potential. And how's that gonna feel? When you have a real fear of dying and being just another person, not being fulfilled in your life, of afraid of dying, having never accomplished anything. And man, I wonder how many of you motherfuckers in there fucking just are so upset with how you lived your life and fucking just regret how you lived it. And I'm running a 300-pound man thinking, man, don't fucking die like this, bro. There's so many times in life you don't want to be doing what the fuck you're doing. You can't just fucking quit. And remember this isn't a hobby, this isn't a fucking joke, it's a fucking lifestyle. So what you say to yourself is important. There's no fucking coach, there's no trainer to keep you going, it's only you. When that alarm clock goes off at 4 or 5 in the morning, your mind says no. You just say, this is what we do. It's what we do now. So I'm trying to give people a different thought process of life, where failure, hell, disappointment, discomfort is a great learning tool. And many people don't understand that, but it's these few moments in life that you have. Like for me, I always talk about it. Rocky 1, round 14. That 1 2-minute and 13-second clip of Rocky getting up when Apollo knocked him down. That one clip, when I was going through a very bad time in my life, I saw what I wanted to be. And it wasn't a guy that won. It was a guy that kept getting up after being knocked down. So I realized if that 2 minutes and 13 seconds changed my life, that's all it was. I saw something that I needed to be in the world I was living in. Maybe my story will give someone the 2 minutes and 13 seconds they need to change their life. And so I failed, I go back to scratch. I use some positive motivation. I have like one day where I'm like fucking defeated. But I started realizing this is part of the process. This is part of the journey. I had to realize this is part of my process versus just saying, like I used to, I'm just not good enough. If I'm not good enough, we always say that, it's not good enough, and then we try something else. I'm gonna fucking make myself good enough. And that became my mentality. I'm gonna make myself good enough. And so I misunderstood a lot, but that's all it came down to. I made myself good enough. I did it alone. There was no fucking trophy on the fucking wall on the mantle. That trophy's in my fucking brain. No one helped me get there. No one paid my fucking bills. No one did shit for me. No one ran those fucking miles, lost that fucking weight, went through it. I suffered on my own and developed this man who said, it's who I am, man. Why do you think a book that I self-published, is doing so well? With a story that's so fucked up. People like, I'll never forget when I went to a publishing house, like, who's gonna resonate with this story? No one's gonna buy this book. I'm like, are you not in the world? Are you not in society? You're never alone. Everybody's going through shit. So when people get this mentality of like, you don't understand me, you can throw a fucking rock to someone that can understand you if they're willing to break themselves down and stop hiding. A lot of people understand you, but you gotta stop hiding. So that mentality became what I wanted.
Nice.
And that's how it started, with that visualization. And all I gotta do is just keep getting up. This journey is gonna take something that is gonna be incomprehensible to most people. And these different visualizations, how I visualize in my self-talk, it became so nasty and dirty that I almost liked the fact that I went 0.25. So it became from being defeated to like, man, all right, motherfucker, maybe tomorrow we can go 0.75. It just became this different mindset. I turned negatives into positives. So I would take it like, who would even think about doing this? So I would sit on my couch saying, who at 297, who can't fucking swim that great, who's scared of the fucking water, would have the fucking balls, who had the balls to fucking man up, quit a job, and go and just put everything on himself. So my mentality from a weak kid became super hard, like beyond hard, next level hard. And but that's what I thought I was getting myself into. As a leader, I should have stepped back and was, hey, these are your expectations, David Goggins.
Right.
What are we here to accomplish?
Right.
I want to be able to look back on my life when I'm all dead and be so fucking proud of myself forever. I want to be forever proud of who I was as a man and change who I used to be. The liar, the insecure guy, the guy who can, whatever. I want to be proud. If I die now, if I die at 80, if I die at 90, 100, I want to look at myself and say, I'm proud of myself. So my biggest thing is you have to be alone in a very dark place in your mind to think about what is important to you. I don't respect a whole bunch of people, but the few that I did respect are the people who were uncommon amongst uncommon people. And what that means is those people who weren't afraid to stand alone. Those people who have morals, values, who did not go with, if all you guys are going left, it's that one person who say, you know what, left's not the right way. I'm gonna go right. Who didn't follow the crowd. That person who's not afraid of doing what they believe is right in their heart and not following someone else because someone else said, let's go this way, and they agree with everybody. I don't like yes men or yes women. If you're right, you're right. We're gonna follow you. But I like people who stand for something, they believe in something, and this is the way I'm gonna go whether you like me or not. Even me right now to talk to you, I'm in the car for a fucking hour getting pumped up because I'm a shy, introverted, leave me alone type of guy. Like, I'm still that motherfucker who is 6 years old, at a play who can't say his line because I know I'm gonna stutter in front of 5 people. So I walk off the stage. That's still me. So every day I'm fighting that dude. So people think, oh my God, man, you're on a podcast, you look so crazy, so evil. No, I'm trying to be locked in. So my mind isn't veer off saying, let's run out the damn door because people are watching me on the podcast. I want to open this damn door and get the hell out of here, man. So that's the real me. So I'm not sadistic, man. I'm focused on what I have to do to stay locked into the game of life because I do them alone. Like I pick these hard things that most people think you can't finish anyway. So, you go out there, you grind, you're alone, you're in your own head. I work best alone. I figured out a way to kind of challenge your mind, channel it and challenge it at the same time. And I figured out a way to kind of just have an indestructible toolbox in your mind. So who I was this nobody guy. And I created this Goggins. And that Goggins, there's David Goggins and there's Goggins. David Goggins is a calm, cool guy that sits back. Used to be a weak kid. Now he's just a normal guy. Goggins is a guy that is willing to tape up his legs to go after it. One thing you have to learn early in life, I didn't learn this till later on. I don't give a mother. You can't care what anybody thinks about you. If I care what people thought about me, you think I'd be yelling out here, doing a 105-pound ruck, talking? This is who I am. Find out who you are, whoever that may be. I don't give a what you are. Find out who you are and own that motherfucker and tell people to go themselves. Don't ever worry about anybody and what the they think about you. You do that, I guarantee you, your life will be in shambles. You will become the biggest of all time. And when I say I ain't talking about fucking females. So back in the day, we could say words like that and people wouldn't chip out. So I ain't talking about females, I'm talking about fucking sack the fuck up. Everybody.
99.9% of the shit I did to get to where I'm at today was alone. Out there running in cold and heat, suffering in pools, trying to swim. At home in a fucking room by myself, trying to teach myself how to read and write, how to study. You know, no one saw that shit. There was no video camera, there was no podcast, there was no Who's David Goggins.
Right.
No
documentary.
There was no documentary. That shit. It was me. It's you and you alone in your fucking head. And I stayed that way for the better part of 30 fucking years. Trying to figure this shit out. And once you figure it out, you look at everybody and say, hey, so you're all broken now. You know, is that how you want to be? Yep. If you can feel, if I could put my brain in your fucking head, you said the same thing. You would no longer think I was crazy. You no longer think I was sadistic. You realize, motherfucker, this guy found it. He found it. We're all looking for this feeling. We're all looking for this feeling. And people look at me because I don't always smile and I'm not always jovial.
Sure, yeah.
Nah, man. Don't get it twisted, dude. It's okay to be alone. It's also okay to be unhappy. It's okay to be unhappy sometimes, man. It's okay to say, you know what, man, I'm fucked up. So you gotta go to the truth first. Who are you? Get really accountable and say, okay, who am I? What's the truth about me? Get to that dark place in your mind. Figure out, it may take months, it may take years. Figure out your purpose. Figure out what you want to be in life. It may take a long time. No one knows their purpose because it's too loud. Find your purpose. From there, you gotta start planning. People love the planning phase because it's very comfortable. Then from the planning phase, you gotta go to execution. So the execution phase, what we all hate, because that's where the real work begins, and that's when the failure happens, and the failure. So, but you know, that's kind of how you have to do it. But that's when I started to develop a different mentality. And I started to develop a mentality of, this is where it's at. Where you find out where you're at is when you're at the lowest part of your life. So I started to develop a whole new mindset. Like, the lowest part of my life used to make me feel bad. The lowest part of my life now, it actually gives me strength because I know so many people stop. That's where they quit.
Right.
When they get to the fucking sewer of life, versus looking at it saying, oh yeah, motherfucker, now let's see what the fuck is up. Let's see what the fuck is up now. Let's see the millions of men out here in this world. They're not going where I'm willing to go now. This is where people stop. And this is where I started to develop the different mentality is. You want to test my resolve? You want to test my ability to go the distance? You want to see where your life ends and mine begins? That's where that mentality started for me. Because I started saying, man, you always end up in the dungeon. You got to find strength in that motherfucker, or no one else does. Why are you doing that today, man?
Yeah.
Why are you getting up again so early? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? The people you're hanging around with will suck the fucking life out of you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to be alone, man. Get your shit in. Most of life, you're alone. You may have a whole support crew around you, but up here, you're alone. Whenever hardness comes, and you don't know what it is, it may be different for you than it is for me, but you go back to your insecurities. And then when you go back to your insecurities, you then look for comfort within those insecurities. And we all look for that cookie that your mom used to give you when you were sad. We look for our wife or our husband. We look for comfort. It's in those moments you must retrain your mind to think differently in hell.
People always ask me, why do I do
Why do I run if I hate running? Simple answer to that question. I wanted to be a Navy SEAL, and to be a Navy SEAL, you have to run. So I hate running. It's 11 degrees. So guess what I'm going to go do? I'm going to go run. Because why? I wanted to be a SEAL. That's part of the training.
I always have a sheet in my head, a piece of paper of all of the things I have to do in life. And I break that down into everything I can do in this situation. It's a list of exhausting all options. You have to go through every fucking scenario. You have to have tried everything to succeed. And then beyond that, think about how you can link up these things on the list. So once you go through the whole list, then you gotta start pairing the things up within the list. And once you know in your heart, and this is called the accountability, way beyond some accountability mirror, that I've literally tried and exhausted every single option. I'm not saying that don't break your legs or beat yourself. I'm not saying you get yourself. People want to get misunderstood because it makes them think he's crazy. So they want to misunderstand me and they say, shut this guy out. Nowadays is the best time to be great. Because if you give somebody $1 million, I'm good, bro. You just gave me $1 million, I can do this, and this. I'm good. And that's the mindset now. So there's very few people. If there's 70%, that $1 million range, I'm good. So right now, there's a lot of 1%ers. And it's time to strike. Because it's those people looking for that 30, 40, 50 more percent who are trying to shut that mental government off. And I call it the 40% rule. Some all the time when you have a car, and the car can go, it says 130 on your down. But the factory put government, so it goes 91 miles an hour. We do that to our brains. But Ford is not the factory of David Goggins. David Goggins is I am the factory. So I have to put these self-imposed governors on my brain. So if you want to go further, you have to learn, why does this governor click on every time it's 4 o'clock in the morning I gotta get up? Why does this governor kick on when he's taking to be a lawyer, a doctor, a dentist? Why does this governor kick on every time I get to the last set of my pull-ups? I just don't want to do it, so I go home. Why does this governor come on when my kids need me to do this or my family needs this? You gotta learn how to turn the governor off because you are the factory. So the motivation for me now is that while I do run a lot and I do a lot of working out, that's my school, man. That's where I learn. That's where the deepness of my thought comes from. That's where the philosophical side of me comes from. That's where all my parables come from. I speak in like Bible terms a lot of times, and people don't understand, man, how deep I am. So when I go up against a Michelle Obama, and I'm a self-published guy, you know, they spent over $1 million trying to get Michelle Obama's book out there. Even though I didn't choose to come out with Michelle Obama both times, it was by chance. It was the energy of the world. I come out with one of the biggest people of all time. All right, motherfucker, let's go. You're a smart, brilliant woman. This ain't got nothing to do with fucking running, swimming, push-ups, sit-ups. It's the intellectual side that motherfucker thought I didn't have, that I do have. That was the motivation. I'm gonna go up against the best of the best in book writing. And I'm gonna be better than you. That was the motivation. The creative mind through the suffering, through the life that I thought was horrible, but it was the ultimate training ground. The lessons I learned didn't come from Stanford or Yale or Princeton. They came from the hard knocks of life. I got a diploma in hard knocks, man. And so now I'm writing from the fucking calloused mind. I'm not writing from the Yale and Princetons and Harvards and being with all these political groups and shit. I'm writing from real world, deep, savage, deep in shit. And the beauty of that, when I go up against these savage, great minds, these great people who are smart and the whole world knows them, and just a fraction of people know me. But every day, I'm looking right at them. My book's right by them.
I put no money into marketing, put no money into shit. It's just grit, hard work that got me there. Comfortable is great, but you don't get better in that world. When you strip yourself of everything, which I had nothing, that's where I invented Goggins. It all starts with you. And when that came to me, so did, I guess, my purpose. I got to a certain point where I started realizing that people were getting extremely touched by my story. Now I speak for a living. But it was actually just a calling. I didn't choose it. It kind of chose me. And it's my obligation and duty now to not just serve myself and get where I need to be, but to serve others and help them along their own journey. Your brain is the most powerful weapon in the world. Once you put away your phones and your computers and all that shit we have nowadays, that's great. We're up to date. But your brain is the only thing you have when you're going through depression, when you're going through hard times, when you're going through death, real life shit. You can't Google that shit, man. You're alone. You're alone. You may have a shrink you're going to, you may have a best friend you're going to, but there's 24 hours in the day where you're alone in this brain. And your brain is talking to you in all kinds of ways. And it wants to control you and pull you in these different pockets. If you can't control your own brain and your brain controls you, you're f***ed. You got to tell your brain where you want to go and how you want to go and how you want to get there. You got to control it. If not, it's over. So my first conversation when I was absolutely nobody, and that's one thing you have to say. We live in a world now that's so kind. We find the kind way around everything. Like, if you don't look good, I have to find a kind way of saying, I don't like your shirt.
Right.
That's not the approach. If that's the approach you're looking for, that book is not for you. Can't Hurt Me is not for you. The approach you have to take, at least I took, you take whatever approach you want. The conversation had to be a real, honest conversation. In the accountability mirror, guess what? I was fat. Don't find a kind word to say that, you know what, I've gained some weight. No, you're fat. When I couldn't read, not like, hey, you have a learning disability. No, I cannot read. I have a 4th grade reading level, I'm struggling, and sometimes I call myself stupid. Not in a way to put myself down. So don't take it like, my God, those are so hurtful. Yeah, they're hurtful, it's honest. The conversation has to become an honest conversation of where you're at mentally. Where am I at mentally? I look like shit. I feel like shit. I'm falling behind in school. I'm lazy. My house is a mess. You have to look at what it is and call it what it is. Don't find words to make yourself feel better, because so we hang around people that make us feel better, that tell us what we want to hear, not what we need to hear. You have to realize you are on your own now. And whatever else you believe in, I don't care what you believe in, but on earth, it's a very lonely journey. And it starts with the accountability mirror of looking at saying, hey, my dad who beat the hell out of me is not coming back. All these things are coming back. I have to face myself. And you have to own all those things that people may have done to you. Now it's yours. You got to own it. And it's yours now to fix the problems that people did to you. It makes no sense. It's not fair. I get it. But if you live in that woe is me mentality of, guess what? My dad did this to me. My mom did this to me. People who bully did this to me. You're going to always live right there. You have to figure out ways to move forward because you're not coming back. And I'm thinking about all these different obstacles that may come up. So basically, you have to go to a different focus. The focus has to be so heightened that very few people, they even understand that, but they have it in them. They have it in them to go there. But you have to go to a place of fear, of suffering, of pain, of doubt. And that's when your mind, if it knows it's not going to quit, it opens up. And once it opens up, that's my 40% rule. Once you can open your mind up when it knows it's not going to quit, it finds more. When I watched Rocky get his ass kicked, and I watched all these different things of failure, I was able to put myself there and say, God, man, how much do you feel now that you finally got there? That's what failure has done to me. I've watched so many things and watched someone succeed at the end of it. It's like, God, I want to feel like that. But failure causes that one feeling. Without that failure involved, you don't have that feeling. If you just pass and you succeed and you're great,
that feeling, yeah, okay, I'm good. What takes you years, months, years to accomplish because you just can't get over the hump, but you continue going back to the drawing board. You're looking for those few seconds after you finally figure out the equation, whatever the equation may be, to get you to finally pass, to succeed. I live for that feeling, but I can't get that feeling without going through, I failed this equation, I failed this one, I failed this one, I failed this one. Oh, I'm figuring it out.
Because I'm not here to motivate you. I'm here to drop little nuggets. You have to have the motivation and desire within you for me to even try to motivate you. I can't get you off the couch. These people here at Inspire are already off the couch and they're already doing the work. They're just here to get some fucking nuggets. So why am I in the fucking water right now at 3 o'clock in the morning? Well, when I was going through training, I used to hate night swims. They fucking bothered me. When I retired, I said I'll never fucking get back in the fucking water again at nighttime. So guess what the fuck I'm doing right now? Going for a swim at nighttime. Think about being better. So today, I decided to try to PR my long run. So the first half of the run, I'm feeling great. My mind is clear, nothing going on. Think about nothing but my running pace, what I'm doing, my breathing, everything like that. Get to mile 15, I turn around, and the demons start to creep in. That inevitable wall is creeping up on me. When you push so hard, something's about to give. And I start to give. My mind started to break down. I started feeling my legs starting to hurt. I started feeling dehydrated. Started feeling sorry for myself. Started looking around. No one knows I'm fucking out here running. Why don't you go ahead and just stop? Call your girl, have her pick you up. And that's when I feel like a little bitch. And this is when your mind has to fucking change. You gotta start thinking, I'm the grittiest motherfucker in the world. Your dehydration? Okay, lick your motherfucking lips. Your fucking legs are all sore. You feel like you got shin splints and stress fractures. No, you don't. You got sore fucking legs. Get out of your head and stay hard. This is a race that you run completely alone. And you're all by yourself. I had tons of sticky notes all over my mirror. It wasn't like, be better than John or be as fast as whoever. Okay, David, yesterday you did this. Today, our next goal for the week is this. So I had a year goal, weekly goals, daily goals, hourly goals, and the big goal was I lied a lot growing up. I wanted to be accepted. One goal was, let's go one day without lying. Let's go one day. And then when I would lie to somebody, I would say, hey man, I had to go back now and apologize. Hey man, I lied to you. You know how hard it is to go back to somebody and say, I lied to you? Hey man, you know what? Back there, I lied to you, dude. I was really jacked up. So I figured out these ways of total accountability and realized that one thing, that I am in this world alone. I'm fighting in this race by myself. Yeah, I'm all about people. I'm all about team. I'm all about that shit. But I'm really all about right now and in my life, no one knows the real truth about me, how hard I really go. I don't care if anybody knows. I don't want anybody to know. I'm an introvert. I live an introverted life. And I love that about me. That right there is my fuel, is I know that there's really no one out there grinding like me. And if they are, so be it. If I know about you, I'll make sure that I up my game.
So all these words I can speak to you, they don't mean anything. A lot of these motivational people come out here and give you motivational words. It fires you up. What should fire you up is to see in my fucking ass by myself doing what I preach about. It ain't nobody watching. It's about doing, my friend. It ain't about talking. So ain't nothing I can say. It's what I can do.
When I was in the military, I was afraid of the water. I got exposed in that. A lot of us are trying to find that back seat in the classroom of life, hoping we never get called on. Trust me, you will get called on. Your fears will always find you. They'll know where you're hiding.
That is something you're not going to get from a book, and you're not going to get from some motivational fucking speaker. I get it from hours and hours and days and decades of being in the grind. So when my time comes, when I fail and I fail and I fail, I go back to that big ass belief that I've built myself, and I know I will fucking make it. So whatever your belief is, however you gain that belief, I gained mine by going into the damn dungeon and staying there. So whenever I need that shit, and I'm getting my ass kicked, I go back into the belief jar, pull out that belief. So whatever you guys got to do that, that is a necessary thing to do.
A lot of you had goals, ambition, a lot of drive, a lot of motivation. It's the middle of April. When I navigate, I put backstops out there to make sure I don't get too far off course. I put those backstops in my personal life to make sure I don't get too far away from my goals and my dreams. A lot of you aren't proud of who you are. You don't like the person you created. Do what I did. Start from scratch. Create somebody that you're proud of.
My journey has pushed me so far, so lonely in my head, and a lot of lonely, it's called the unseen work. No one knows what the fuck David Goggins really does. You see a 1-minute snippet, you read a little book. The shit I do on a daily fucking basis gives me that very confidence. I know I've built belief that I may have failed, but building that belief knows I know I just didn't figure it out yet. Not that I can't do it, I just didn't figure it out yet. And that's what all that is. And I've also built up an insanely high pain tolerance by having that dog. I was born some sickly little abused kid, afraid of everything. But I built up that dog. And once you build that dog in you, man, the pain and the suffering and the lonely nights and the fucking unbalanced, if you put the right people in that foxhole with you, you are dangerous, mother.
So people think I killed that 300-pound man of mine. Oh no. He lurks. That's my inner bitch. Whenever I'm in a setback or defeated, he pops up in my mind. Every morning I wake up and get a nice green smoothie. Get after it. This morning, I smell in the kitchen, bacon and eggs cooking. That big boy in my mind, he's always waiting with a knife and fork in one hand. Bib on there so he don't get all fucked up. Wait and call me back to the dark side. Oh no, not today, motherfucker. I know how you look. I know how you sound. There'll always be complications and setbacks before the finish line. We must be ready for them.
I'm constantly callousing over my victim's mentality that I once had growing up. Every day you have to do this shit. Because why? When you stop doing it, you don't just maintain it. If you stop shooting a gun, you're not gonna be a great shot if you pick a gun up a year from now. The only way to keep from getting rusty is to constantly oil that motherfucking machine. The machine is this. You gotta keep challenging it every day.
Find a solution to your problem. Don't be the problem. Take action. For every action, there's an opposite reaction. If all you do is nothing's gonna happen in your life. Take action, take control, stay hard.
This ain't about you anymore, motherfucker. You have an obligation, not to yourself, but to everybody out there that is touched by what you do as a human being. While nobody knows what I'm doing, no one is videoing me and shit, I am a virtual trainer mentally, because there's a lot of people out there saying, man, David Goggins is getting after it today. And if I wake up one morning and don't do that, I go back to that David Goggins who lied about being who he wanted to be. So my thing that keeps me going every day is my mission in life, while I did not choose it, is to always stay the fucking course. You man the fuck up every fucking day of your life because you know exactly what it is to not man up.
Self-esteem was built at a young age. I had 0. So that's why that discipline for me was so fucking important. It takes nothing to be a loser. And that's why I hold most people to a higher standard, because I know how little it takes, little ability. Like you need no talent, you need no greatness inside of you, and you can still be a bad motherfucker.
What I realized for myself and for a lot of people is that life is one big tug of war between mediocrity and trying to find your best self. So there's tricks to all this crap in life. Life is one big head game. One trick in this situation is, so I didn't want to run, so what did? I figured out a couple of things. You have to sometimes let mediocrity think that you're giving into it. So I said, you know what, instead of going for a 20-miler, I'm just gonna go out for an easy 6 or 7. What that did to my brain was it said, okay, mediocrity thought it won. So it let loose a little bit. It let go of that, oh, this is gonna suck. This is gonna be okay, it's not too bad. The second you get to mile 2, guess what happens? Greatness pulls mediocrity in the mud.
What matters most in terms of change, David?
I guess to me, it's there's several things, and it's hard to boil it down to just one. But a lot of the abuse came from myself. I thought that there was this, this fallback plan. The harsh reality was the fallback plan was me. So I started really chunking my life down and just focusing on one thing at a time, so I could acquire that belief that I needed to attack all the things that I attacked.
So I know how it is to be alone. You have to be able to flip alone on top of his head. I gained a lot of strength from having a sewer mentality. And what a sewer mentality is how many people can make it out of the sewer alone? With no coach, no trainer, no one to guide you, no one to mentor you, just having a straight up killer mentality, having a warrior mindset, having a round 14, I'm gonna get the fuck up mindset. And you have to learn to flip that loneliness into total power. And that's what I was able to do. I was able to you know what? If I can come out of this fucking sewer that I'm living in my mind, if I can overcome all these things by myself, how much strength will I gain from this? It was just me and me alone, and this voice in my head saying, we're not gonna stop today. I am the most proud of the fucked up cards I got, the fucked up hand I got when I was born. And I'm so glad I got that hand, because it taught me so much about the man I am today and what is possible for a human being. You don't need to have a great family. You don't need to be smart. If you have work ethic and you are willing to outwork the motherfucker beside you, you can do absolutely whatever you want in life.
So why the hell am I out here 90 degrees running with 7 legs on with a 45-pound pack? 2014, I had to drop out of Badwater, fill out this shoes. Badwater is the great equalizer. That heat makes everybody slow. I'm not a fast runner. But one thing I do have is I train hard for the heat. So when the heat comes, I'm ready for it. One thing we do in life is we allow the better people who have more skills than us, faster than us, get in our heads. We can't live our lives that way. We gotta get on the equal playing field. Find a way to get on equal playing field with somebody. Get in the game. Life's all about time management. So I'm doing 2-a-day runs right now. Run in the morning, run in the afternoon. So I plan on getting to San Diego and getting my run in. So instead of getting all poopy pants and feeling sorry for yourself and getting all frustrated because life has come at me, I decided to pull over because no one's moving anyway and utilize this time to get my miles in. I'm not saying do this. I'm not saying do this, but this is what I'm going to do right now. So utilize your time wisely.
So I realized for me to find growth, I had to face all these different things that made me very, very uncomfortable. One thing I faced was running. I absolutely hated running. But I knew for me to grow, I had to do this thing every single day. I wanted to start callousing my mind. I wanted to start becoming a better person. And how you become a better person, how you gain mental toughness, how you become the person you want to be, is constantly facing the things that you don't want to face. If you constantly run away from things that you don't want to face, how is there growth? How is there mental toughness? I can give you a class all day long about self-talk, visualization, eat an elephant one bite at a time. But if you're never putting yourself in a situation to actually practice these things, you're never going to grow.
The most important conversation you'll ever have is the one you have with yourself. You wake up with it, you walk around with it, you go to bed with it. Eventually you act on it, whether it be good or bad. There's haters everywhere in this world. Jealous people trying to get in your head. The one thing you got to understand is this: they're trying to infiltrate your mind.
What a lot of boxers do to get away from distractions is they go away before a big fight. A lot of us can't do that. We have to be able to live amongst distractions and be undistracted. Stay in your own mind. Don't let them own yours.
I grew up in a small town with a lot of good people, but also a lot of racist people. The Klan marched in our 4th of July parade in the early 90s, and it's just a hard way to grow up for a young black kid. So in school, we would keep our Spanish notebooks in class, and one day I walked in there and saw that they had written, "We're gonna kill you." So I went to the principal's office. The principal really, he didn't do anything about it. Nothing he could do, I guess. So after school was over that day, I went out to my car, just got my car, and they had on there, "We're gonna kill you." So this was a day in my life that changed my life. I used to hold a lot of people accountable for everything wrong in my life. People who call me, people who call me that, people who call me this. Held everybody accountable. Only person I could really hold accountable was myself. And the second I stopped blaming people and blaming myself, I changed.
I had to invent a person alone. And that's where my strength came from. As the world got more and more sophisticated, I fell into it. And I forgot the one weapon that was the most important in my entire life was my mind. And social media and my phone became my brain. And I started losing my power. I always keep that in check. The most powerful weapon in the world that we ever have is our mind. But if you can get 20% of that mindset, you're gonna be successful in life. You may be misunderstood. Don't take all that mindset. Just take a little bit of it, apply it to your life, and you'll see how far you go. It's a cycle that I built along this path. When I talk about, so God humbled the shit out of me, and he continues to humble me. But along that path, I found out a lot of shit about who David Goggins really is. And so while I got humbled, I also gained this thing called confidence and belief. And once you gain that, and you know where it comes from, a real place, not like my mom said, "Oh, I believe in you." No, my belief came from the unseen work. It came from every workout by myself, not having a best friend or a trainer or someone wake me up. No, it was fighting average alone.